Hey guys, it's Ren. Welcome back to my channel. So I guess you guys noticed something's a little different in this video, and I think we should address it. Yes, I'm a blonde now, and I should address the fact that I'm also in Jordan. Change of scenery, you know. But I really like the blonde. I went from, like, you know, the brown hair that I had with the little blonde tips to full blonde now. Finally, I've been wanting to do this for such a long time now, and honestly, I'm so glad that I did it. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a story time about my hair, okay? I did my hair 2 days ago. I did it in Jordan, here in Amman. I did it at the salon called, I don't know if I should talk about the salon, but yeah, I did it at the salon. They were really nice and everything, but there's a backstory there. Okay, so I did my hair there before, okay? And I did my hair there 3 years ago, okay? I dyed my hair there, and it was, I think, one of the first times that I went like blonde, but it wasn't full blonde, it was just blonde highlights, and it was like to the tips kind of, but yeah, it was kind of my first time doing it, and I did it at that salon. And after they did my hair, they blow dried it, and I didn't really like it, I guess. So I went home, I was really upset, and I didn't know what to do, and my mom was just like, why don't you go back, you can go fix it and stuff like that. But I was just too, like, I felt bad because they spent so much time on my hair, and you know, like, it takes time and energy to go through it again, and I spent a lot of time in the salon, so I didn't want to go back. But eventually my mom convinced me, and I went back. And when I went back, I was like really overwhelmed because I felt kind of really bad for going back and telling them that I didn't like it. I felt really bad, and I started to cry. I started to cry, and I was so embarrassed. I was just like, why am I crying? I should stop crying. And I don't know, like, I guess I'm kind of an emotional person, you know, like, I'm a Pisces. I don't know if that's an excuse, but yeah, like, okay, so I felt so embarrassed, so I started to, like, I felt overwhelmed, and then I started to cry. And I don't know, it was just like, I felt so bad for crying, and it was just like such a mess. But they redid my hair, and I loved it after, but I wish I didn't have to go through all of that. Which brings us to 3 years later, 2 days ago, I went back, and they remembered. So the lady that owns the salon is also the lady that does everyone's hair, and like, as soon as we walked in, my mom, she knows my mom, right? So she recognized me, and she's like, oh my god, you're the girl who cried. And then I'm like, oh my god. And the funny part is, I warned my mom. I'm like, please don't tell them before we walk in. Like, I hope that they forget or something, and you know, we don't have to go through this awkward moment. But yeah, so I warned her, and they still remembered, and I felt so awkward. And then she was being so nice about it, and she was being really sweet and actually nice. So yeah. And while they were doing my hair, I was there for 6 hours, so like, we really got to know each other. So while I was there was like the assistant that was helping the main hairdresser. She's like, oh my god, we don't want you to cry again, so we're gonna do it extra good. And I'm just like, oh my god. And then I was like, oh, like, nobody cried, you know, before, you know, like, nobody was upset before. And then she's like, not as bad as you were. But yeah, that's the little story time that I kind of wanted to mention, because I thought it was so funny, and maybe you guys will think it's funny because it's so embarrassing for me. So yeah, that's the story of me getting my hair done. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! I don't know how to do like thumbnails.